Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. So finally we got some news from Hut 8 that they're actually moving those miners that they had at Medicine Hat that were no longer mining. They're moving those to a hosting facility, basically. We also have to cover, obviously, Bitcoin, what happened today with it. It was down a little bit, but not much. But there are some good signs still forward, along with Ethereum. And then the markets were kind of mixed today. Miners were down for the most part, except two really had pretty good days today. So we'll get into all that. And we also have Terawulf news and BitDigital news as well to cover. So we'll get into all that. But as always, you guys know the drill here. This is not financial advice for entertainment only. Please do your own research. I'm investing in following companies for full disclosure, so you guys are aware. And if you enjoy this type of content, as always, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out. So let's take a look at the markets really quick here, see what's going on there. And we can see that the S&P was up today, 0.37%. Dow Jones was down just barely, 0.01%. NASDAQ was down actually 2%, so that one got kind of beaten up today. Bitcoin, however, was down just slightly. It was kind of a wild day on it today. It was up and down, but it did close down 0.36% to 29,886. We are still, if we look at it, we are definitely way above our daily lines and weekly lines. So that's good to see there. We're still above our resistance here or support now at 28,641. So that's good there. As far as the RSI action on the daily chart, we can see here that it's at 70. Last time we were back here, price was pretty much where it's at right now. So it's kind of flat as far as the daily time frame is concerned. So really no direction as far as which way we want to go. I'm still not too bullish on the daily. I'm a little bit more bullish on the shorter time frames, the 4 hour and the 1 hour time frames. You can see here on the 4 hour time frames that the RSI has come down to about 70. Last time we were back here at 70, we're still way up higher in price. That's a good sign there for me. And then on the 1 hour chart as well, we can see here that the RSI has come down to 50. But if we look at the bottom peaks here at 48 and 48, we can actually see that the price has gone up in value. So that's good there to see as well. So I think short term, we're still a little bit bullish. Longer term, a little bit more undecided. Don't know which way we're going to go yet until we get a little bit more confirmation from that one, okay? And then let's look at Ethereum here as well. Ethereum obviously is well above all the daily and weekly lines as well. RSI on the 1 hour chart right now is at, well, it's at 47 right now. And it was 44 back here. Price was still much lower at that point. We were much higher on that, so that's good. Looking at the 4 hour chart as well, we can see here that the RSI has come down to 66, which is good. And if we go back, I'm trying to think, I mean, we're still much higher than price on that one as well. Daily, if we look at that one, we can see that we're back to here at 59. 59 previously was the peak here, and we were actually higher on that one. So we still have a little bit of a downtrend as far as on the daily time frame than we do on the shorter time frames like the 4 hour and 1 hour chart. So that's what I'm saying. I'm still looking to see if we get any confirmation as far as the daily time frames for both Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. But Ethereum was down today 0.92%. It closed at 1872. Nonetheless, we'll see how that continues going forward into Friday, over the weekend and things like that. We'll keep an eye on it and see where it goes from there. Now, as far as the miners are concerned, the miners had a little bit of a different day today than they had in the last couple of days. They didn't go up as much as they have in the past, but they were mostly down for the day, except with a few exceptions here. So ANY was down 4.15%. Argo was down 6.34%. BitDigital was up 2.23%. So BitDigital has continued to ramp up. We've got BitDigital news as well to cover a little bit here. And that might be what has actually drove that one up today. BitDeer was up today also 4.87%. It's now at $11.41. So it's climbed back up a little bit here in the last couple of days as well. Bitfarms was up 3.57%. I think this is, the high was, the high today was $1.49. If we go further out back, we had a high back here. This was back in August of last year. So pretty close to where we were. Let's take a look at if we can find June here of last year. If we were pretty close to a June 21, we were actually right around here. So we're actually higher in price in June than we were than we are now right now. Or we're higher now than we were in June of last year. So that's good there. Probably have to take a look at the other miners to see if we're doing the same thing here. Cypher was down 4.73% on the day. CleanSpark was down 2.09%. Cores was up actually 19.15% here on the day. It had a great day. It's above 50 cents right now. It's at 54, so that's good. I'm sure a lot of you guys are loving that. And DigiHost was down 4.49%. DMG was down 3.95%. Greenage was down 0.97%. Hive was up 2.65%. Hut 8 was up 1.09%. Iris Energy was up 12.01%. So that's great to see there for Iris Energy as well. Looking back here for them really quick, where they were last year. They were actually much lower in price. So that's actually pretty good that they're higher in price than they were last year. And that one, Marathon was down 3.11%. Boston was down 4.65%. Riot was down 3.77%. Soluna was down 3.95%. Stronghold was down 5.94%. And Terawulf was down 2.94% on the day. Okay. So like I said, it was a mixed day for the miners, with Bitcoin being flat, down a little bit, not surprising that happened, but it was still nice to see some of the miners being up as they were. Okay, so that's it for those. Let's take a look at the network hash rate really quick, see what's going on there. If we refresh this, we can see on the 7-day average, we're still at 368 million terahashes per second. And then on the 1-day average, that has climbed back up a little bit here to 356 million currently as it is. So it seems like we've kind of, like I've said before, we've kind of evened out a little bit as far as the network hash rate. We are probably waiting for more miners to get installed from Marathon, others as well, CleanSpark, Riot, and all those. They still have quite a few exahashes to install. That's going to get bumped up probably here in the coming months. And we'll see how that goes for the rest of the year as well. Okay, so that's it for that. Let's take a look at the stories that we do have here. First one that we're going to get into is Digital Inc. announces expansion of mining capacity in Iceland. So they continue to expand, which is good to see from them. They had a pretty rough year last year. After 2021, moving all of their mining servers that they had, the ASICs, out from China because of the China ban on mining. And they've been struggling for that time frame a little bit here, but they are starting to pick back up a little bit here this year, which is good to see. So Digital is pleased to announce that it has revised an existing agreement to expand the company's mining capacity in Iceland to approximately 10.7 megawatts. That's an increase here from where they were. So this represents approximately 2.5 megawatt of incremental hosting capacity relative to the original agreement, which will be filled with approximately 800 S19j Pro miners. And in aggregate, there will be 2,800 S19j Pro Plus units and 500 S19j units deployed at the facility under the amended contract. So that's good there. Approximately 2,300 miners have already been delivered to the facility, with the remaining 1,000 expected to be delivered and deployed at the facility by the end of June 2023. So that's all good there. And the aggregate purchase price was approximately 4.9 million, or approximately 12.7 per terahash a second on those miners that are going to get installed there. So that's good there. So it's, like I said, it's good to see them actually starting to get into the growth phase of things instead of the movement and trying to relocate things. They are starting to grow again, so that's always good to see from the miners here. Okay, so that's it for that one. Terawulf is next. Terawulf achieves 5.5 exahash and 160 megawatts of Bitcoin mining capacity. So that's great to see as well. Let's see here. So Terawulf today announced that the company has successfully achieved 5.5 exahash and 160 megawatts of operating capacity following the completion of Building 2 at its wholly owned Lake Mariner facility in New York. And that's all that we really get as far as really new information from them. We get a lot of rehash stuff here, old data that we've seen before, and just things that they've talked about in the past that we've covered as well. The only thing that's kind of significant here is obviously Terawulf can significantly expand mining operations at its existing sites. The Lake Mariner facility can expand by another 100 megawatts in the near term and up to 500 megawatts in total at the nuclear-powered Nautilus facility. Terawulf retains the option to expand its mining capacity by 50 watts, so they do have still some expansion left to go for them. Well, quite a bit of expansion, so that's good to see there as well. And we'll see how they build that out in the coming months and years, especially as we get into the having event and things like that, see how they're going there. Okay, so that's it for Terawulf. Like I said, good news for them, getting to 5.5 exahash. And finally, we got Hut 8 announces hosting agreement for approximately 6,400 AC miners. These were the miners that were at their Medicine Hat facility that, well, I guess they were leasing that facility because they're in lawsuits now with the company that provided the lease and electricity, I believe. So they've taken all those miners out of there. They're kind of sitting on the sidelines, but that's what they had to say here. So Hut 8 has entered into a host agreement with approximately 6,400 ASIC miners previously energized at the company's North Bay site. Sorry, I was wrong on that. I said Medicine Hat, it's North Bay site. Relocating our miners will provide us with approximately 600 petahash of additional installed operating capacity, said Jamie Leverton, CEO of Hut 8. Once the machines are energized, our total installed hash rate will increase to approximately 3.2 exahash. They're currently at about 2.5 right now, and they're actually operating like they're on half of that because they still have problems with their Drumheller facility, I believe, where they're having electrical issues there. They're working on that to get that resolved, but that's kind of the way they're operating right now. They've had nothing but, seems like bad luck here in the last 6 to 12 months, it seems. So this agreement includes a 3-month initial term, which will renew for successive 1-month periods unless terminated by either party by providing a 30 days of notice. The machines are being shipped immediately and are expected to be energized in late July. So this is actually really good news for them, and this has been kind of long in the waiting, I guess you could say. Or by my estimates, they should have done this a lot sooner when they had the issues with the facility back in, when was this, December, I think it was, of last year. At that point, they pretty much knew what they could and could not move over to the other facilities that they had, and if they couldn't do it, they should have been really looking forward to getting those machines to other facilities that they can actually get those machines running. So this is well overdue, I think, as far as getting those machines to a hosting facility that can do it for them. I think they were maybe they were waiting with the USBTC merger to see if they could actually get this done before now, but it seems like that merger is taking a little bit longer than they probably expected. And they know that, those machines not running right now, they're just not making any money for them. So it's kind of like collecting dust. You might as well get a hosting partner involved with this, get them over to somebody else to host them for you, run them, and that way you're at least making something on those machines instead of nothing. So this is about time, I think. Okay, let me know what you guys think of all of this. And as always, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But right now, things are kind of looking up. Bitcoin's still up around 30,000, which is good to see. Miners have been doing pretty well as far as increases in price stock and price action as well on their stocks. So that's good there. And we'll see how things progress. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. This is going to be a late post. Unfortunately, had a busy day today, but we'll try and get back in the groove of things tomorrow, Friday, obviously, and then the weekend, we'll see what happens there. See if we can do any metrics on any of the miners as well. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.